Buongiorno! Welcome to Jaxx Vane Studio Live number 30. Live 3 times a week on Twitch, working on a sailing simulator prototype. And tonight is Napoli-Juventus Coppa Italia final. So yeah, really pumped up for that, as you can tell. Didn't really have a good night, so I have a feeling that today my stream is going to be probably shorter than usual. But let's just get on with it and see what's the plan for today. So we start with virtual head GIF movements. What it is basically what I want to try to convey is right now when I play the game, there is something missing because the device that I'm using don't have any force feedback. So I'm desperate to receive more indication from what the boat is actually doing. So my hope is that adding a little bit of movement that is pretty much a function of how the boat is accelerating. Not much left and right, but all back and forward, because compared to a car, it's not going to be a big deal. But mostly about the up and down movement. That could be useful to give more information about the foiling, right? So you might get a little bit more information about the vertical acceleration of the boat. At least that's the hope. We will see how it's going and how this work. Actually, I did an interesting experiment in the forums during my last period in Kunos Simulazioni, where I always had that profile picture with the super angry cat. And I noticed that everybody on the forums always assumed that whatever I write, I was super angry. And I changed my profile picture into, a very sweet, innocent kitten. And I didn't change what I was writing. I was writing exactly the same thing. And all those complaints about me being aggressive went away. So that's amazing. What crates I'm using? I can tell you, not much. I use CG Math at the beginning, but I got annoyed with it and I ended up writing my own math library. So I'm gonna show you my cargo. So these are the dependency for the main game. So is winit for the window, rand, right? And this is all my stuff. And in the engine, let me see, but not much. So winit again. Hound? What the fuck is hound? I don't even remember what hound is. JX is my stuff, yeah. Ryan, which I think I use for FBX, something that I do with FBX in parallel. Yeah. Toml is going away because I have my own file to save stuff, so I have one file left that is still using Toml, and I'm going to change that. Image, I don't think I'm using it because I'm not loading PNG anymore, so this could also go. And I think that's, and in here WinAPI for the DirectX stuff. So those are, so not much. Let me see in the physics. In the physics, Ryan again for the parallel evaluation of the boat in parallel. and everything else is my stuff and my bindings to stuff. So yeah, not much. This should do something, which is probably not what we want, but let's see. Let's see if it's something that we can work with. So it should give us, well, right now it's not really, is it? Ah, okay, it's doing something. It's definitely doing something. I don't think it's what I want. It's very weird what it's doing. Which, I mean, is my audio too high, guys? Just let me know if my game audio is too high, because I was fooling around with the song before. Well, this is definitely not what I was hoping for. Yeah, that's not the droid I'm looking for. So I have a feeling that I will be much better served by calculating this on the physics and make it happen looking at the value that I calculated on the physics. So what I want to do is boot physics state. Let's add an assetto corsa like. So these are my acceleration G's. And let's see, this should be smoother. All right. It's definitely smoother. Okay, that's really nice. That's nice. We're moving a lot. Look at this, when I turn, it really moves a lot. But I mean, the catamaran is pretty brutal, so this is as fast as it's going to be for the entire game. I'm sure that if I put the other boat, it's going to look like which is to be expected, to be honest. That on this boat things will be slower, and it's something that the ghost is using the catamaran trace with the other boat 3D. looks funny. It's cool the feedback that you get. It's very cool. It's very nice. It's very nice, the feedback you get when you change the sail and the boat slows down a bit. That's cool. game is becoming really cool to play. Also learning things like, you know, if the boat is getting too high, I can turn down and it should move down. Look at that. See? And the boat moves down even without changing the sails. And if I can, I can move here and the boat gets more rolling, which is really cool. Let me try to turn the V-Sync off. I wonder if I can get a better video. Also, this monitor is supposed to be G-Sync. Alright, 600 frames per second. Modern video cards are just insane. Yeah, and I think it creates some problem with the inputs. I mean, of course, the scene is super simple, but still, 600 frames per second is impressive. Especially considering that the sea is still not optimized at all. It's missing, it doesn't catch, yeah, the input is fucked up at this frame rate. I know why. because the frame rate, this is such an atypical situations where the graphics is faster than the physics. Right, so this is done for now. Graphics settings from file. There you go. I was just talking about this. Okay, so what's the idea here? The idea is that in my 0, and I don't think I'm going to have anything else. I'm not going to have anti-alias and all that shit. I think I'm going to force the anti-aliasing because actually that's how I'm planning to do the transparency in this game. So I need the anti-alias to be on. Right, that should already work, so let's see. We should start with a shorter window, if that works. Doesn't work. It doesn't work? Is it because... right, I think I know what's the problem. I think set maximize to. This is the problem. What I have to do is window sets. Do I have a size? Set inner size. Yes. See, this is what I don't like. This is what I hate about Rust and these fucking people writing this stupid library. What the hell is into size? Just give me 2 integers. What is this? It's so annoying. So it's this nonsense here, right? Fucking. I already solved this. Right. I'm going to get rid of Winit as well. All right, okay, so this works. Like this, and we have 700 frames per second. Cool. 700 frames per second. Right, let's see. Thanks, that bot chat. All right. And I have to fix this bug. Okay, let me fix that bug. So the problem is that the way I'm creating the buffers is different from init to recreate buffers. I could never get it to work with Assetto Corsa to actually make a full screen. Oh, looks like it's working. Looks like it's full screen. I never really know there was a trick, and I think it was the volume. If it was full screen, there will be no volume or something like that. Let me check. So let me put full screen false. So we start this thing. I think it was full screen because we had no decorations. But let me, if I do full screen like this, OBS, okay, OBS still works. Okay, no, this is not the way to know if you are full screen anymore. But it looks to me that it was full screen, so perhaps Windows is definitely, or me, I can definitely make this work. Right, it's interesting. Work. Still very jumpy frame rate, but that's definitely OBS, because when I run without OBS, I can run it easily. At 144 synced, no problem whatsoever. It's so frustrating. This part is really frustrating. You just need to be patient, you know, reaccelerate, wait to be on the foils around 20 knots, and then you do your things. If you start fighting the boat and try to make things happen, it's just frustration. It's pure frustration. And we are way behind the ghost. This is so cool. This is really cool. And it's unbelievable how my mood has shifted from last week to this week. Last week I was hating every second of driving in this thing, and this week I'm just enjoying it. It's amazing. I'm such a moody person. Can I go? No, I can't make it. I can't make it to the gate. I need one more turn. Same for the ghost. Let me try to do something different from what he's doing. Ah! Don't fall. It's so cool. It's so cool. It's so cool. I can judge what the boat is doing so much better. Ah. All right. Careful now, careful. Careful, careful. And go, 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 go. Too early, too early. No. What an idiot. But I think this is good. I think I made this. Definitely I don't have the brain power to do the transparency support today. Maybe later this afternoon. I don't know. Hey, Simon Tech. Thanks a lot. So I think, guys, I'm gonna leave you for today. Because, yeah, not really feeling 100%. And Forza Napoli for tonight. Let's hope we can win it. And I will see you Friday morning at 10 o'clock. And the plan is really, I already started to study netcode for Rust, and I think I'm definitely going to implement multiplayer. So I decided that I'm going to do multiplayer before artificial intelligence in this project. So I will do it the opposite of what I did for Assetto Corsa and Assetto Corsa Competizione. So instead of doing AI first and then multiplayer, I'll do multiplayer first and then AI. So that's the plan. Of course, for me, multiplayer is complicated because testing multiplayer is complicated, as you can imagine. But I really want to make this project multiplayer first and spend a little bit of time with tools so I can have my plan is to have a multiplayer and I have to have some kind of fake client that will run the same thing that you will see the Ghost running. So the client will just load up that Ghost file and just play it in loop and talk to the server behaving like a real client, right? And so ideally I could have like many of those running and check out everything works, eventually putting, for example, the server somewhere remote on some, I don't know, Microsoft Azure or wherever I will find as a remote machine, so we can check how it actually works with latency. So it's going to be interesting to see this, and of course, making multiplayer first. It means that probably the demo version that I'm going to release is going to happen sooner than I thought. So who knows? Maybe by this winter we'll be able to play this thing together and start to get feedback from you guys. Well, until Friday, have fun and Forza Napoli. Ciao ciao.